Alright, how you doing? Welcome to another Hougly beer review. Obviously shooting this off a webcam. Quality's probably going to be totally shit, but I'm just testing this out and I didn't really feel like charging up batteries for my regular camera. Tonight I'm going to be doing two beers. They're both from the most recent version anyway, of Mill Street's Selection Pack. I put off buying this pack for quite a while because, quite frankly, the only two beers in it that I hadn't had yet, there was only one bottle of each, and the rest were a bunch of beers I've had, and three of them were beers I didn't really want. The only one, well, actually, I like the stock ale, and I like Tank House ale, but then you have that fucking tea beer and your organic lager. Not very good at all. But there are two interesting beers in this one. From what I hear, Mill Street are changing the way they do their selection packs from now on. Apparently they have a fall seasonal pack coming out with, I think it's a pumpkin beer and something else. You're going to get three of each of the two different beers instead of just one bottle each and then a bunch of beers you've already had, which is really good news because here in the Maritimes, where getting new beers from Mill Street is few and far between, you really don't want to shell out the money for one of these mix packs and end up only getting two beers that you really want out of it and have a bunch of other beers left over that may be crappy that you may not really want. So if Mill Street is planning on doing that for now on, good on them. So the first one we're doing tonight is the Ambre de Chaudiere. I guess that is what it's pronounced as. It is a Biere De Garde in style. If you're not familiar with what that is, Biere De Garde is a strong pale ale. Originates from France. Generally, around 6-7% or so, maybe even higher. Biere De Garde means beer for keeping. Has a lot in common with Belgian farmhouse ale, saisons. Basically, this is a French version of a Belgian farmhouse ale. Big difference, higher in alcohol, and they are actually brewed in the wintertime, late fall, wintertime, and kept instead of the late August to early fall like a traditional Belgian farmhouse ale. But these are farmhouse ales from France. Pretty much the same style as a saison, though. I think a lot of people seem to use the terms interchangeably between saison and Biere De Garde these days, especially since a lot of saisons now are higher in alcohol than what they traditionally used to be. So this is 7% alcohol by volume, strong beer. See what it says on the back here. This is Northern French style farmhouse ale, traditionally made in the winter months and laid down in the cellar, thus Biere De Garde. For drinking throughout the year, ours is traditional amber beauty presented unfiltered, yeast in it to add a spicy, fruity aroma, blah blah blah. And the beer itself is named after famous falls outside of Ottawa, the Ottawa Brewery. This beer pays homage to a time gone by when honest craftsmanship and simplicity were truly valued. Alright. Oh, definitely unfiltered. Oh, smell it from here. Wow, that's very murky. Murky orange bordering on like a darker, almost cider color. Looks very good. Go right to the aroma. About of a finger of head. Doesn't look like it's going to last long. Very Belgian looking sort of head. Oh yeah. I think the excuse me. I think the yeast in this is Belgian. Smells very Belgian-y. It's got that sweet banana sort of aroma to it, and candy-like. Slight bit of wheatiness there. Musty, kind of a wheat smell. I don't know if there's actually wheat in this. Did they list the ingredients on this sucker? I don't think they do. Smells very close though to a Belgian wit, just without the big citrus notes, and there's none of that spicy pepper kind of aroma you'll get with a lot of Belgian beers. So we'll go right to the taste now. A lot of banana up front, more Belgian yeastiness coming into play. There's also a toasty grain character to this. Really comes out in the back. Nice toasty dry grain character. And there's a hint of spiciness. This is very, very much like a Belgian beer. I dare say this is not as good as some of the Unibrew beers, and this is probably not quite as good as Unibrew Blonde de Chamblay, which is Belgian farmhouse ales in style. But it's still very good. The initial sweetness just gives way to this big dry note, bready dry note, with a slight spiciness coming up in the back. Wow. Way to go, Mill Street. Way to go. Like I said, it's not quite as good as the ones from Unibrew, but it's up there. It's close. This is actually pretty damn impressive coming from Mill Street. Like, I like their stock ale. It's, it's okay. It's not a mind blower. I like their tank house ale. Very good. But other than that, oh, and their porter is pretty damn good too. But they haven't really made any beers that like sort of scream world class to me. This is the first beer I've had from them that's like really impressive. Like, makes me go, wow, they actually made this? That's not bad. Especially considering their other seasonals have been pretty goddamn terrible, really. Their ginger beer and their Pilsner were both awful. And then a lot of their regular lineup beers are just substandard crap. So what am I going to give this? Ambre de la Chaudiere, Biere De Garde from Mill Street. I'm going to give that 3.5 out of 5. It's just slightly below Unibrew, as Unibrew just does these sort of things way better. But this is a really, really good attempt by Mill Street, and they got something they can really, excuse me, they got something they can really build on here. And yeah, that's very impressive. Big thanks to Mill Street for stepping up their game a bit here. And we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.